Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make some cute St. Patrick's Day treats. I'm going to start by showing you how to make caramel pretzel rods. Here's a picture of the caramel that I used below. Or you can get the squares. I would recommend you using those. That way you can do 2 squares per pretzel rod. I melted these in the microwave for like 30 seconds and then I'm just going to mold them around with my hand and then throw them back in for another 10 seconds. Sorry for any background noise you hear, I am outside while recording this voiceover. I'm going to take a little bit less than half of my caramel and then I'm going to roll it out on my parchment paper. If your caramel gets really oily like mine did, just take a paper towel and wipe down your parchment paper. When I make caramel pretzel rods, I prefer the caramel to be on the thinner side. That way you get a good caramel to pretzel ratio and there's not too much caramel. Once I get a good length and thickness on the caramel, I then take my pretzel rod and stick the caramel to the back of it. I gently push down on the caramel to kind of mold it to the back. And then I slowly turn the pretzel rod and roll the caramel down. You can go down as far as you want, and then once you get the desired length, you just do the same thing that you did at the top. I push my caramel into my pretzel rod and mold it to the back. I like to make sure that the starting point where I put my caramel and the finishing point are both on the same side, which is the back of the pretzel for me, so that way you don't see it when you dip it in the chocolate. I like to roll out my caramel and then put it immediately on the pretzel. Like let's say I'm doing 12 pretzel rods, I'm gonna roll my strand for my first one and then immediately put it on my pretzel, roll my second one and then immediately put it on my second pretzel. I'm not gonna roll 12 strands of caramel and then try to stick it on my 12 pretzels. Your caramel is gonna get too cold. And then here I'm showing you, I love to do half pretzel rods. Honestly, I think they're my favorite pretzel rod to dip. You can use a smaller container, everything's just so much easier. I love the way the taller ones look, but I don't mind them when they're cut in half either. If I was doing this for my family or for kids or anything, I definitely would do the halves because they're just so much easier to make. And then we get into what kind of chocolate you want to use. I prefer to use almond bark when I do YouTube videos or any type of content, and then I use the Ghirardelli melting wafers for my customers. I'm going to take my almond bark, put it in the microwave, and then do it for 30-second intervals until it is almost melted. I think the biggest key is not to overheat your chocolate. When I do mine, I never like to go over 100 degrees. Actually, I don't even think I go above 98 degrees. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of green food coloring. I love the Chef Master brand. I also use Color Mill, or Americolor I think also has an oil-based collection. But you want to make sure you're using oil-based food coloring or your chocolate will seize. Nothing water-based. And then you're going to take the glass of your choice. I am using a beer glass. I just think the length is perfect for the pretzel rod. And then I'm going to line it with a piping bag. Put my chocolate in there and then I'm going to start dipping my pretzels. I'm going to coat my pretzel rod in my chocolate and then I'm going to just pick it up and shake off all the extra chocolate that I can. Once I have most of the excess chocolate off of it, I am just going to tap it on the side of my glass. And then I'm going to go in between every little caramel ring. I'm barely scraping it. I'm not doing it too hard. Do you see the layer of chocolate on the back? You don't want your caramel exposed or it's going to be sticky. And then since that was such a bad angle, I'm going to show you another one, but it's not a large caramel pretzel rod, it's just a mini. I love doing these, like I said before, they're just so much easier to dip. They're so little. And I I honestly feel like they're the perfect size for a party rather than the bigger ones. And then here I am doing just a half pretzel rod dipped in regular chocolate. And now on to the fun part, decorating. I'm just going to take that same green chocolate in that piping bag, cut a hole at the bottom of it, and now I'm just going to drizzle on all of my pretzel rods. I feel like a key to a good drizzle is having your bag at an angle. Do you see how mine's kind of angled to the pretzel rod? It's not directly over the top of it. Once I got my drizzle on there, I'm going to move it into the sprinkle catcher and then add some gold sprinkles. I got this gold sanding sugar from Walmart. It was super cute and I thought it would look perfect for St. Patrick's Day. And then I'm just going to add 3 of these bigger gold pearls. Now I'm going to just go through and all the caramel pretzel rods, I'm going to do the same design and then I'm going to switch and do the normal ones and do a different design for those. For these regular pretzels, I'm going to do the normal drizzle like I did for the caramel ones. I'm going to spread out these gold sprinkles and then I'm just going to place some pearls on them. You just set them aside, let them dry, and those are done. Now I'm going to show you how to make the clovers. I'm going to use that same green chocolate, but I just have it in a smaller cup. If your cup was big enough, you could do 4 of them at the same time or 3 of them, however many you want to do. But I'm just going to take 2 of them since that's all mine's big enough for, put them in there, tap off all that extra chocolate with the fork, and then I'm going to place them on my parchment paper. And when I place them down, I'm going to make sure that they're touching each other. I'm going to throw my last one in there. And then do the same thing, cover it in chocolate and just tap it around. I'm going to place that one the same place that it is, just on the opposite side, making sure all 3 of the pretzels are touching. I'm going to take just a regular pretzel stick. I like when all of my holes have chocolate in them, so I'm just going to use that to make sure all of them have chocolate so that the sprinkles stick to it. Once I'm done doing that, I am going to take my pretzel stick and I'm going to dip it into the green chocolate. I'm going to dip it more than halfway, but keep that little end so that I can hold it. And then instead of tapping off my chocolate, I'm just going to use that to fill in the middle of the pretzel shamrock. Just tap off whatever didn't come off of the pretzel stick. I'm going to place the side that I touched down into the chocolate so that I can cover the remaining part of it up. You can use a piping bag, you don't have to use anything fancy. I'm just going to use the fork and then go in and cover it up with chocolate. When you're doing this, you want to work fast because you don't want any of them to dry. That way you can put all of your sprinkles on the top of it. Once I add my sprinkles, I'm going to let it sit on my parchment paper and dry. Once they are completely dry, you're just going to carefully pick them up and then shake all the remaining sprinkles off of them. And it will look something like this. This is the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more.